on that Southwest flight.
Tom, this happened at 14,000 feet as the Southwest plane was climbing out of the Burbank airport headed for Las Vegas. A source with knowledge of the event says a Hawker Hunter, a vintage British fighter plane, came dangerously close to the Southwest plane, setting off collision warnings and forcing Southwest to take evasive action. Tonight, a pilot forced to make...
Welcome on into another episode of the Healthy Discussion Show. And we're talking about a damn near plane collision that almost went. Planes almost went. And we have to figure this out, because was this due to the government shutdown? Of course, you got less people on the ground. You got less people with traffic controls in the air. You got people that don't want to come to work. You got pilots that's driving without an incentive or flying without an incentive. So of course you're gonna feel some type of way, wouldn't you say? Put a one in the chat if you agree. You're not gonna be so focused now, are you? It's the importance of money. See, money can make you get up. Money can also, the lack of money can make you so careless, right? But let's continue. This is another episode of the Healthy Discussion Show. Smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. That's all I ask. Let's get into it.
Take a dramatic dive mid-air to avoid a potential collision with another plane.
I've never felt anything like that. And I turned to the people that I was flying with, and I was like, I don't want to die. I was terrified. I thought this was it. I thought, this is how I go out.
It happened on Southwest Airlines Flight 1496 from Burbank, Southern Cal to Las Vegas.
Whoa.
Southwest says its pilots got 2 TCAS alerts, terrain collision avoidance systems, serious warnings that they could soon collide with another plane and must change their flight path immediately. The pilots climbed, then descended, according to the airline. Steve Ulazwis was on board.
That there was this large drop. I want to say it lasted for 8 to 10 seconds.
Large
just complete free fall. Was like out of my seat, body out of my seat. People were screaming. Just felt like pandemonium.
2 flight attendants are being treated for injuries. Ulazwis says he saw one of them.
She looked disoriented. Her hair was kind of all of a mess. And they sat her down at the front and gave her an ice pack.
No passengers injured. The flight continued on to Vegas, where Southwest says it landed uneventfully. It's the latest close call in the skies. Just last weekend, this video from the North Dakota State Fair captured a Delta regional jet banking and diving to avoid an Air Force B-52. And on Monday, an Aeromexico plane landing in Mexico City narrowly avoided a collision with a Delta flight cleared to take off from the same runway. Tonight, Ulazwis says he's just happy he's safely on the ground.
Tom joins us again live. Tom, quite the moment when that plane landed in Las Vegas.
Yeah, that's right. We're told that passengers all applauded the fact that they were on the ground safely and applauded the pilots who came out of the cockpit. And the pilots then were shaking the hands of the passengers as the passengers thanked them. The FAA, by the way, tells us it is investigating.
We thank you for watching, and remember, stay.
So what do you guys think about this one? Right? Let me know what you think about this one. This plane obviously almost damn near collided into a small plane, private charter plane, almost collided in the Southwest, which means the communicational system wasn't talking because they probably didn't have anyone on their end to communicate. This is why communications is so important. If the damn plane's got to communicate, why don't you think as humans, communication isn't one of the keys, right? It's one of the keys in order to have a successful anything, communication. But leave your thoughts down below. I really wanted to know what you think about this. And was this because of the government shutdown? Put a 1 in the chat if you believe it was because of the government shutdown. Put a 2 in the chat if you believe that it's just lack of communication, right? And let me know what you think, because the way I see it is this. Without the central system, which is considered the government, a lot of things seems to fall apart. I think the society has depended so much on the government, or the government has integrated. Let's not say depend, right? Just use the word integrated. The government is integrated and moving into so many different sectors of our lives that once that central unit is out, most units are out. From grocery stores to safety, to the army, to the electrical grid, to the communicational grid, to the printing of the money, to the political realm. Once they have been so much as far as embedded in our daily life that without them, it's a reset. Now, the question will be, is this a reset that we need? Because dependency only breeds dependence. Let me repeat. Dependency only breeds dependence. So it's time for us to be independent, or create another system that allows us to flourish. And we may have to start with the people. A government within a government. So creating your own government within the government. Creating your own government outside of the government. Doing a hybrid, creating a government in the government and then creating a government outside of the government. You know, I think it's time for us to start thinking on that level as a collective. So I challenge you, as a collective, think about the things you can do or you want to do without the government, and then try to create a program or protocol that allows people, a community, to get involved and actually fulfill the mission. I think that would be worthwhile, because there's too many signs going on saying that we're too dependent. From food stamps to Section 8 to government contracts to protection to food. You can be rich, the rich of the richest. You still depend on the government somehow. Look at Elon Musk. He won't be considered a trillionaire without government contracts. So is he really a trillionaire? I mean, not taking anything away from the man. He has some technologies that's beyond me. But it seems to me that the higher you go up is the more you have to mingle and intertwine with the government. Is that sustainable? That will be the question. Is that sustainable? Is it meant to go? I just would like to know what you think. On that note, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. Another episode of the Healthy Discussion Show. You know how I like to end it. Positivity over negativity, always.